can also see us on Channel 18 Sacramento, but you are not here to hear about us. And you know this because the numbers say so.
Analytics say so. So we can welcome our wonderful guest. Would you please introduce yourself?
Hello,
I'm
wonderful
John.
guest.
Yes, thank you. I'm John Hope, a writer of children's and middle grade fiction, as well as a bunch of short stories. And I'm honored to be on this video.
Oh, he's so nice.
Did she not tell you we have our own Roku TV channel? So, you know, you're on digital TV too. Yes,
Wow.
I am.
Wow,
big.
it is big today. The narcissism. But I have a question. So one of your latest books, you have wonderful children's books, by the way, but one of your latest books deals with a deaf child. How did you come up with that idea?
Well, I was trying to think of the craziest story premise I could ever think of. And so I somehow came up with a boy who befriends a shark and was able to talk to them. And so in order to figure out, well, how is that possible, I did some research on sharks and realized that there's a lot of scientists out there that believe that they communicate through electromagnetic waves. And so then that got me thinking about, well, how could a person possibly hear that? And then I did some research on different kinds of hearing aids and how they are actually affected by electromagnetic waves and various radiations. And
That is so true.
Yeah. So I just kind of connected those two, and then once I started jumping into it, then I realized that, oh no, I'm going to have to write a story from the point of view of a deaf child, and so I better learn about the deaf community and and sign language and you know, all of that, which is a whole host of problems that come along with that and challenges. But what I end up realizing is that the main character, even though he's deaf, I mean, it's like a 13-year-old boy like anyone else, you know, and he has the same kind of thoughts and challenges that most 13-year-olds have, except there's just a few things extra that they have.
Right, absolutely. And so I also know that you are you're a winner of several awards. I mean, how did that feel? I mean, Winona wants to.
I definitely do.
What's the question?
How does it feel to win those awards? And Winona would like to know personally, where does she apply?
Well, there's book contests all over the place, and it feels great to win something, because it you know, because I believe in everything that I write, and hopefully you do too. And you know, it's just really just a matter of getting other people to agree with you. You know, that your writing is awesome. You know, and so that's always my goal of trying to win these is really, you know, how do I frame this in a way that people will actually like the story or like the way it's written.
I have a question, and I want to ask if I could do something a little extra with that question. Do you mind?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to sign my question and talk it. So
No,
I can't.
Don't be special.
I want it to be extra.
Don't be extra. Don't be extra. Just ask the question.
Oh. What was the biggest difference that you found between the hearing world and the deaf community?
Boy, that's pretty hard. It's.
Bet you wish I signed it now, don't you? So
yeah, pretty much. Well, you know, as a writer, I always try to pull in all of the senses in order to describe the story to a reader. And the sense of sound was something I couldn't use at all, so I had to use other mechanisms. But what I end up the thought process that I end up taking is really just a kid that feels all these emotions and doesn't know how to express it, and other people aren't listening to them. And to be honest, that happens to a lot of kids, even if you're not deaf. And so once I kind of realized that that's the tactic that I need to take, I was able to pull out a very relatable character, even though he may be experiencing something that most of my readers don't have to deal with. So does that answer your question?
Yes. No, it was very awesome. Yeah.
That was
Okay.
very nicely done. So do you feel that with this overall education kind of thing of having a deaf character, that you will open their eyes, you open your audience eyes to anything in particular?
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, every story that I write has a very strong theme to it, and I feel that's very important because as a writer, you want to say something. You want to say something that's going to last in your readers, and that they can take away from it. And I mean, even if it's just a different perspective on something they may already know. So absolutely, I want all my readers to learn something. And what's neat about the shark one that you're talking about, which is this guy right here.
You see that award on there, you guys? See, I told you he won awards.
And what's great about that is that you get to learn not only about the deaf community, but you get to learn about sharks too, because there's a lot of factual things. Because it's really a light fantasy, meaning that it really doesn't get too off the rails. There is a lot of science that backs up a lot of this, but it's kind of quasi-science. So you do end up learning some stuff. And in fact, my wife's a teacher, and I'm always trying to structure things in a way that teachers would like. And so in the back of my book, I actually have a bunch of shark facts that talks about each of the various characters in the books, and that there's a number of characters that are sharks, and it tells a reader like some information about them and how they relate to the story, and even some things that they can do if they're interested in the sharks. Like walk along the beach and look for shark teeth. I mean, just simple things. But anything that would really inspire a kid to go out and learn something.
So let me understand this. You have a book that just works perfectly with classrooms. So teachers, you have to introduce them to marine biology. You need to pick up his book. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna be with that. Oh no, I'm sorry. I was so busy co-signing what you were saying. I was like, yes, co-sign.
So, did you have a question? Okay. So did you have other books?
Yeah. I have a total of 11 books published. Yeah. So I have ones that are for like children's picture books, to other ones that are more serious nature. This one centers on racism in a small southern town. And
the title of that book is no good, you guys. It's very
I know. It's no good. And then I have like other series that are more fun and adventurous. But in each one of them, that you learn something deep and meaningful. This one actually centers on child abuse, which is a pretty serious subject, and pretty creepy face too. And by the way, that's not me as a kid either. It's just, I know a lot of people have asked me that. But yeah, I just absolutely love writing stories. I've been writing really for as long as I've been reading, and I'm just excited to be able to share every single one of them with all the readers I can.
I'm just gonna say, I was gonna ask you the next question.
I know that was going to be the question. How long have you been writing?
And then my question was, what made you want to write so many books? And voila, there you.
You just stole out questions like right out.
Okay.
Here. No.
So now it's an empty tank. Do you just want to ramble? No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
We actually do have. Do you have? I'm checking.
No, well, our time is up.
Is it really?
Oh my goodness, yes. It's always yes. It makes me sad, but yeah, it's always
people. I'm amazing. Watch us longer.
Our guests are amazing.
Our guests are amazing. I like to ask my questions. Okay, go ahead.
But okay, so the last question. Well, I wanted it to be the last question. Well, so I'm gonna ask this question, and then hopefully we'll just add in another question. Where can people find you on the internet? Your books, Twitter.
All my stories and books are available on Amazon.com, and I also have a website, johnhopewriting.com. and you can go to either one. They're also available on Barnes & Noble websites and several other ones that are out there. There are a few different formats in Kindle and Nook and paperback. Some of them are in hardback. So anyway, I can't.
He has book trailers, which are awesome.
Oh yeah, you do. So do I have time to
Yes, one question.
All right. So quickly, just tell us how do you find time in your day to be able to write 11 books?
I make it a priority. There's a lot of people who have a book inside them, and they think about it all the time, and they're like, yeah, I should probably write that, but really, it's not going to get done unless you make it happen. And so I have a daily quota that I try to set, every day. I try to write 500 to 1,000 words every day. Even if it's just writing about my day, like I'll sit down and write, I didn't have my coffee today, or.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Or, it's whatever, but at least, as long as you keep writing, you will eventually finish something. And I would inspire anybody to do that, because most people do have a story that's burning inside them that they want to write. I mean, even if it's their own personal experiences, their own trials that they've had. So how do I do it? I just keep writing. That's and occasionally I finish a book.
11 times is the occasion.
I like it.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we're gonna wrap up on our end.
So it was a pleasure having you on, and I'm Jade.
And I'm Winona
of the And I Thought Ladies, with 11 other wonderful, gorgeous, beautiful, wonderful adjectives after that.
She's really shortcutting those adjectives.
I am shortcutting the adjectives today, and we have written a series of the And I Thought series. You can check all that out on andwethought.com. And just remember, you guys, that wisdom is all around you if
you're open to finding it and accepting it. So peace and love, you guys, from Winona
and Jade. Bye-bye.